What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Lord of the Rings Revisited.
I need like a little prop pipe to smoke on.
Heck yeah. Yes, we are. This is the podcast where we rewatch and revisit every Lord of the Rings movie, Batman, Marvel. You know,
We revisit every.
we do what we want on this.
Naruto.
On this, you know, we make the content. You're here to watch. Don't judge us, okay?
You
Stop
take it, and you like it.
I mean, if you subscribe and keep watching,
you can
judge us all you want.
You can judge us as long as you leave a comment. All right, we've been failing the comment section. Okay.
Honestly, if you do comment, we'll probably listen to you.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is Lord of the Rings and Revisited, where we rewatch and rank every Lord of the Rings movie. Going into the Rings of Power, like as the time that you watch this, at least the first episode will be out. It drops the first 2 episodes, huh?
I think it's dropping 1 and 2.
Yeah. So let us know how that is.
On this? Let's do like a mini like what's like the word
predictions?
I'm looking for? Not full predictions, but just like how we're vibing on it. Eric, how you vibing on what you've seen?
Yeah.
I like the route they're going with the story.
Which is what?
Well, more second age.
Okay.
It seems like I like the fact that we get to see Sauron in his elven stage.
Not necessarily elven, but like pretty boy.
Isn't it like
it's fair. It's fair.
Oh, okay.
That's what they
call it. He looks very
it.
elvish to me.
No, I think he's supposed to, but they never concretely said he was an elf.
Okay. I think it has a lot of promise, but I am a little worried about, like you guys were talking about the trailer and I watched it, and yeah, something about the costumes.
Yeah, right.
Just like it's just something about Peter Jackson's armors that he does and the look and everything. It just feels so right, and there's just this beauty about the way he, like the people that created the armor sets and everything. It's just like, man, I would go and buy me that armor set right now. I would go out and buy me those weapons right now because they're so beautiful. But yeah, something's a little off with how they look in the new show.
Yeah, I think what it is like everybody just looks so clean and cohesive in this, and like they do add detail to like rough them up and make them look like it's been in the universe, but like it still just looks too cohesive, like especially like the Numenorian stuff and even some of the Elven stuff. Whereas like when we look at like the Lord of the Rings, like, you know, Sam, Frodo, Merry, Pippin, they're all hobbits, but they all have their like distinct things about them. You know, like their color's a little bit different, the way their clothes fits on him is a little bit different. Like you can tell Frodo's a little bit upper echelon, his clothes are a little bit nicer than Sam's to start with. So it's like there's just so much like, yes, that is real, like this guy exists, he bought those clothes at this store and he bought those clothes at that store. Whereas with everything I've seen so far in this, it just seems kind of just like too clean, too cohesive. It doesn't feel lived in.
I am just so excited for the orcs, though. They look amazing. They look so good. I cannot wait.
Yeah. And I'm also very interested because some stuff I've seen, like the Lord of the Rings definitely had its CG fest moments. And some of it has aged. But, you know, nowadays, you know, with what we've seen other studios do, you know, I expect it to be basically perfect. And I've seen some things that have gotten me like super excited. Like, man, that looks amazing. And I've seen other things that look kind of jank, which makes me a little sad. Another thing is like they're doing so much. Like they're basically taking like 4 or 5 things that happen in the Second Age at the beginning and in the middle and in the end, because the Second Age is like 3,000 years long, and they're like literally compressing it into like just
a season
lifetime. No, it's not 1 season because I think it's 5 seasons.
Yeah.
But like they want us to go from like I'm pretty sure this show is going to end with Sauron dying, like literally where Lord of the Rings, you know, the flashback starts, the beginning of the Third Age.
And that would be super cool.
Yeah, which I agree is super cool. But like they're pulling in all this other stuff that happened thousands of years ago in the books, but they're just like, nope, it all happened right here at the end of the Third Age, like within like 40 years or something.
So we're not looking at flashbacks or anything, or
I'm sure they're gonna have some flashbacks, but like when like Numenor falls and like hundreds of years go by before Sauron, then the ring gets taken from Sauron. And right now I'm pretty sure they're gonna have like Numenor fall and then maybe take the rings from Sauron like maybe a year or two later instead of hundreds of years.
Well, that's kind of what they do in this movie that we're going to be talking about. Like they, you know, there's a lot of
they just cram it full of stuff.
Well,
which and that's a great example because like it can be done well, but it's hard to do it well.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, the other things I'm a little nervous about with the show is just like the Harfoots. Yes, ancestors to the Hobbits are mentioned in the expanded universe, but like they're literally just mentioned. Like that's it. There's no storyline, there's no character's name, there's nothing. And I really don't think they're needed for the show. It's another thing. And then the last thing is just some of the character changes. Elrond specifically, because Elrond is like this super awesome warrior legend guy. And I think they're kind of like nerfing him a little bit, and that makes me sad. Other than that, it looks good. So I hope it's good.
I'm excited. I have expectations for it, but it's not like,
oh, go ahead.
It's not like it has to beat these expectations. You know, I'm keeping my expectations in check, just in case it's the last season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, right. Or the last two movies of Star Wars. Yeah, and I just want it to be so good, because like Star Wars has been taken down. Halo has been taken down. It's like, please, can Lord of the Rings still be like really good?
Mm-hmm.
One other thing is I'm like 99.9% sure that Gandalf or Saruman is going to be in this show, and he is not in the Second Age at all. So again, like that could be cool, or it could be like stupid.
Christopher Lee's not alive, so it's not going to be cool.
Well, what movie is Christopher Lee in? Not this movie, but what movie are we talking about today, Eric?
Today we will be discussing The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug.
Nice.
That is correct. Released in the States 13th of December 2013 with a runtime of 161 minutes, budget of $250 million, and a box office of $959 million, directed by my very close friend, Peter Jackson. I know him very, very closely.
Yeah. Pedro Jackson.
Pedro Jackson.
While we're talking about this, Peter Jackson does have a cameo in this movie.
Oh yeah, right at the beginning. He's the same dude apparently. It's barely aged in like 100 years.
In the town of Bree.
Eating a carrot. He somehow both got younger and gained weight from this movie to The Fellowship.
Yep. Yeah, that is.
I mean, because that's his thing. He's always cameoed in his stuff. Was he cameoed in the first movie? In the Hobbit? Because I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't know if it's every single movie, but he's in at least one of the trilogies.
No, he's in The Fellowship and he's in The Two Towers. He's got to be in The Return of the King. He's in The Return of the King. He's the
king.
No, he's the king. He's one of the evil sailors. Remember? At the end, when the ghosts take over. You don't remember?
He's like, leave me alone.
He basically is like that.
Yeah,
it's very similar. Yeah. So he must have been in The Hobbit, and we just missed it. He's probably like a goblin voice or something.
He's probably a hobbit, like working on his garden or something.
Be. Probably like falls over.
Well, Eric, let's start it off with you. How many times have you seen The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug? And did anything change for watching?
I mean, I would have to say this is my 2.5 time
The halves are coming back.
It's just such a long
So
wreck,
long.
man. And I do like it a lot. But it takes a minute to sit down and watch the whole thing. You really have to be in like a Lord of the Rings kind of mood to just sit and watch it and actually enjoy it.
Yeah, to watch like 3 hours of a movie that should not be 3 hours long.
Yeah.
That being said, I fell asleep to part of this movie.
Oh,
I was in and out. That also being said, I was up at 2 in the morning that morning because a fire alarm was going off in one of my buildings. So
yeah. Hey,
that probably didn't help.
Brought to you by Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its, baby.
I'm like, brought to you by Red Robin.
Red Robin.
Yum.
Yum.
Next one's gonna cost you.
Nate, how many times have you seen The Hobbit: The Desolation?
We're at twice. We're at twice. I really don't think I've seen this any other time. And yeah, Eric's totally right. Like I had to pause it or something at some point, and it's like, are you kidding me? We're only halfway through.
Yeah.
Too long.
For me, I already had it like that. I had watched it on HBO, so I'm like, I must have seen this again at some point. So this must be my third time. I only remember it twice, but this must be my third time. And yeah, I had to split it up in between 2 viewings. It's like I got college, I've got all these other stuff that I'm dealing with. I'm like, I don't have time to sit down and watch 3 hours. All right, I'm exhausted. I'm drained at the end of the day. So I only have time for an hour and a half max. I'll come back. Like there was a good spot right where right when Gandalf is going to Dol Guldur again. I was all like, hey, this is Smaug Part 2. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. And it worked out well.
It was 4 movies instead of 3.
And like I enjoyed my time with it. I enjoyed it more than I remembered, honestly. So we'll see what that's worth. But yeah. Should we start ranking things right away, or should we get into some magical facts?
Whatever you
It's your
want.
call. You're leading the fellowship.
The party.
You know what? Yeah. Let's do some magical facts.
Magical facts.
So let's start it off on a low note. The scene where the group fights Smaug in the forges and tries to cover him in molten gold is not in the book. It was added because the filmmakers needed a cliffhanger when it was decided to make not 2 but 3 movies. They confirmed this when asked. The actors and some of the crews literally had no idea what they were filming until they saw the completed movie. The result is Smaug briefly covered in gold, a reference to one of the titles, Smaug the Golden.
I think it was unnecessary. That's the part where I was in and out.
I enjoy that part, but like when you find out that it was just like for reason.
Nothing.
Yeah, like if he died that way, super dope. That would be
honestly.
Cool. But then you're like, okay, what was the point of that?
Yep, he just shakes the gold off. I thought he was going to be gold for the rest of it. You know, when the first time I saw it.
And like the cliffhanger is he's going to go destroy Lake Town. That's the cliffhanger, whether he gets covered in gold or not. So it's another point where it's like, you're right. It is a cool scene, but it was completely and utterly pointless. And we're already at a 3-hour movie. So,
and then if that was pointless, that means all the actions to get there were also pointless.
Yeah, you know? Like all the setup that they did, like
I'm over here. No, I'm over here. Hey, come get me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the books, is he just like pissed and he goes to destroy Lake Town because like, oh, you care about them, so I'm going to go to, or how does that work?
I don't remember, but it is basically like that.
Okay.
Like he just goes out.
I think he was thirsty and he was like, Lake Town.
Oh, they got water there.
Scrumptious.
Scrumptious. Well, where should we rank importance in this?
We get freaking Big Daddy Smaug.
Yeah,
We
we
get
actually
Big Daddy Smaug.
this is the prophecy getting fulfilled, going back to Erebor.
We get Legolas.
Yeah, Legolas is awesome.
Again, all right, so let's break down Legolas. Legolas is like not even mentioned by name in the book. Like he's mentioned, but he's not mentioned by name. It's like they're at the elven place, and then there's the king and his sons, and that's it. And like in my mind, I'm
Wow.
like, "Hey, no, that's Legolas. Like Legolas is right there,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. That is literally it. But I mean, I honestly I don't mind him. His role. I don't mind it. What I do mind though is again the completely made up elf
Ariel?
dwarf love scene. Because again, why does she love this dwarf so much? Like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
literally had
yeah.
like one conversation.
Honestly, I remembered it being better. After
Yeah, it's
watching it this
not.
time, it's just like, she's like, oh yeah, I like you. It's like, but why?
Yeah.
Like you've met this person once. Like, is it
He
like a
talked
thing that
about
you're
his
like, oh, I've
mom.
always wanted to be with a dwarf? Like, is
Right.
that, because if that's it, then explain even that, you know? But
Okay,
at this
this is
point,
it.
it's just like,
I can explain this for you. Okay.
it's
So
the beard hair.
it
The
is.
lack
It is.
of beard
It
hair.
actually is. Okay, elves. You never see an elf with facial hair.
Yeah.
Most dwarves have the huge facial hair. He's right in the middle where she's like,
Oh,
okay,
oh,
all right.
I like this.
God, he's
It
got
eases her into the
dwarvish
dwarf
fever.
species.
Yeah, I
Nah,
could get
it's
into it.
either way. They didn't set it up well. Like she captures them. There's really nothing there that would make her like him. They have one conversation while he's in jail. And it's like that. You're telling me that that is enough for her to disobey her king and abandon her people
That
to
was a
save him?
huge thing. Yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
the one conversation?
And
Whack.
it's not like she's like, oh, you know, he's my king because, like, no, Legolas specifically says like he's been defending you for years. Like, this is somebody not only that you owe a debt to, but also is your king, and you've been around this person and loyal to this person for years, and who knows how many years being an elf. And then on top of that, you're just like, oh yeah, like he's hurt. I'm just gonna go help him. I'm gonna ditch this. Like, what? No.
Yeah. Like Legolas
Well-
makes more sense. Like, hey,
Mhm.
here's this idiot elf girl that I care about, that I've been fighting with for years, that I've grown up with, and she's making a stupid decision. I got her back. That makes sense. She makes no sense.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It makes me feel like they could have touched on a lot more because.
Nah,
Like,
bro, they gotta cut it out.
Well, no, I know, but if they're gonna go with it, make it make sense.
Yep.
Like when she's talking to the king, and he's like, yeah, like don't lead on Legolas if, like, I'm like, okay,
Magical fact for you.
oh,
Magical fact for me.
All right, one final thing. It should have been cut. Not every story needs to have a love story. It's not in the books. It's a waste of time.
Mhm.
It's poorly done. I hate it. Get rid of it.
Yep. Thranduil,
You said it right.
yeah, makes it clear that he doesn't consider Tauriel,
Tauriel.
sorry, consider Tauriel to be worthy of his son Legolas. But the movie avoids explaining why. In the books, it is established that the wood elves of Mirkwood are Sylvan, but Thranduil and his family are Sindar, or Grey Elves, a more noble ruling class of elves. This difference is also alluded to in the movie by the fact that Thranduil and Legolas are blonde, while all the other Mirkwood elves have darker hair.
Yeah, there's actually like 5 or 7 different types of elves. And even the Sindar are not like that high in the totem pole. Like I think whatever race like Galadriel is basically I don't even know if that's true, dude. There's like Noldor and there's like so many of them. And yeah, and there's some that are way more dope than others. And honestly, I think even the Sindar are pretty low on the list. But I think Sylvan are basically the bottom.
Okay.
Because yeah, like there's elves in the first
The
age.
king's racist.
Yes, he
yeah,
is,
a little
honestly.
bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yes.
they've already established that he's a jerk, and he is a jerk in the book too. Yeah, like there's races of elves that like go toe to toe with like Morgoth, like Sauron's daddy.
Jesus.
So there's races
Big
of elves that
Daddy
are like
Morgoth.
hardcore.
Daddy Morgoth.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we putting this in importance? We still haven't.
I have no idea. I mean, is it more important than the first one?
I would say yeah.
Yeah, I think
But we
so.
get the ring, we get Gandalf, we get Bilbo, we get Frodo.
But it's just the introduction of that. This time, it's like, and the way I'm looking at it is like we get that in Lord of the Rings too. Like, for me, this was I had already known these characters. You know, it's just Bilbo essentially. Getting to know Bilbo more was in the first one, and then the other dwarves. Yeah, but I don't like the dwarves. So, and then in this, we get Smaug. We get that all the stuff that happens at Dol
Lake Town,
and the other place that I can't pronounce right now.
You were just about to say
Dol
perfectly.
Guldur. There we go.
Dol
Guldur.
Guldur.
Yeah.
Dol Guldur.
Yeah.
Okay, Dol Guldur.
Guldur.
Yeah. And I'm like, that whole scene is dope. And yes, that's not in The Hobbit, but it's dope.
It's okay. At the end of the day, it's Gandalf going, huh, like 4 times.
That is like if you just, I get like creeped out when I watch that the scenes with Sauron.
The first time I did, I was.
I'm
too.
like, holy crap! And then like in the dark speak, I'm like, oh, what kind of movie am I watching right now?
I know, right?
So that like they make him. I like that they make him like super creepy because it's
super evil.
It adds to like the villainy of him.
Yeah,
and like when he was saying, I think that Desolation is above Hobbit also because they finally have concrete proof that Sauron is back.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. It's fine. We also get Smaug. A lot of Smaug. We get the Arkenstone.
Yeah, Arkenstone. That doesn't matter.
Bro, the Arkenstone is like the whole point of everything.
Well,
like so you remember the mission isn't to go kill Smaug. The mission is to go get the Arkenstone to then so that all the dwarves are like, look, I have the Arkenstone. I'm in charge.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's all die together.
Yeah, let's all die together at Smaug's land.
Yeah, let's all burn together.
And another magical fact for you.
Another magical fact for you.
This is a fan theory that there is a fan theory that the Arkenstone is actually one of the lost Silmarils from J.R.R. Tolkien's The Silmarillion. Changes in the visual design of the Arkenstone from how it is described in the book seems to indicate Sir Peter Jackson subscribed to that theory. Since they do not have movie rights to the book, explicit references to its story and characters do not feature in the movie.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. The Silmarils are like super like hardcore. I mean, honestly, they're the most magical items in the Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
like
are we going to figure out?
Above, they're going to at least talk about them
in the Rings of Power.
Yeah, they should at least mention them.
Okay,
but because quick rundown, the Silmarils were gems made by Feanor, who was like legit. What I was talking about, intense elves. Feanor's like one of them, like top 5 for show. He made all 3 of them, and they were made from the light of the 2 trees that you see in the trailer. And then what happens is Morgoth comes, destroys the trees, and steals the Silmarils. So then the world is dark. There's no light. Anyway, a bunch of crap happens. The Silmarils get lost. One goes to space with Elrond's daddy, I think.
What?
Yeah, dude, it's the whole thing. It's great. And the thing is, like, these are like the most magical items on the planet. So like mortals cannot even touch them.
Oh, okay.
So like Infinity Stones.
Yeah, honestly, but even more so. Because like the only concrete 100% person that holds a Silmaril holds it because the gods are like, we need you to hold it.
Oh.
And then it's only for a minute, and then he loses his hand. So there's no way that this is one of the Silmarils. It's just impossible.
Yeah.
Because and on top of it, the Silmarils are so pure good that not only can mortals not hold it, but like if a bad person holds it, it's like even worse. So like,
You'd lose an arm.
Smaug would have gotten like wrecked from like touching it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting.
So it's not a Silmaril. On top of that, the Silmaril that people think that this one could be, because one of the Silmarils was thrown into a volcano, and they're thinking, oh, it was thrown into the earth. But nowhere at any point was Erebor ever mentioned or alluded to being a volcano.
Wow.
So again, like it just doesn't.
Yep.
And yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
And on top of that,
I mean, I got another one. But you guys get it.
No. All right.
Actually, there is actually one more. It's prophesized that the Silmarils will not be found until the end, like Ragnarok, basically. So another reason why it couldn't be that.
Interesting. Let's talk about the villain. So in this one, it's pretty clear who the villain is.
It's Smaug.
It's just Smaug, yeah. There's the other like
the Lake Town people and the orcs, but like it's Smaug.
Yeah, it's
even Sauron again, but it's Smaug.
Yeah,
he's dope. He's the best part of the film.
Oh yeah. Benedict Cumberbatch did a great job with him.
Also, Benedict Cumberbatch, which is one of your
magical facts,
voices Eric, Smaug, and
I forgot who else does he voice. I totally forgot.
Lead Winston into it.
Magical fact.
Oh,
magical fact.
Benedict Cumberbatch suggested writing and reading the Necromancer's black speech backwards, and then having the editors reverse the recording to make it sound demonic and unholy.
Think how much crazier that would have been. Like
he's
already doing a creepy voice, and then he's gonna read it backwards, and they're gonna flip it in post. It's gonna be like the weird. Anyway, they didn't do it, but he still did a great job.
Oh yeah, it sounded great. Yeah, and also I heard that there was another fact that it was like at the end of the day, he was like literally like spitting up blood because like he just was destroying his vocal cords.
That's not cool.
Yeah,
I'm glad he's okay though.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if Smaug might be number 2. No, Smaug might be number 1.
He's number 1 right now.
No, like period.
Oh yeah. There's a huge argument for that.
Because Sauron doesn't do enough himself.
Yep.
To be number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And like the other orcs are okay, like they're cool, but they're no Smaug.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the Witch King, I feel like, is the only real contender.
Yep.
Right? I guess Saruman, but he's not going to beat Smaug.
No, Saruman would have.
I like that the attitude that they gave Smaug too, where it's all like,
it's just like the books, bro.
Yeah, and where it's like
they killed it.
He's like, oh, I came in here to see if the legends were true and everything, and if you actually went up to your like legend or whatever, and then he like goes around and like poses and everything. He's like, well, what do you think? It was like, dang, that is like there is a lot of pride in this character as well.
Yeah,
he's menacing, he's proud, but he's like, yeah, it's
he's
super,
not
super
dumb
cool.
though, because it makes sense. Like he's a flippin' dragon. Is this little hobbit like? It's not like he's gonna be like, oh no, it's a hobbit. I gotta kill it right now. It's like, oh, what are you? Here. Oh yeah, I'm dope. Yeah, check this out. He's gonna mess with him, and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
He also looks amazing.
Oh yeah, I love the design.
Best, honestly, best CG dragon in film. Period.
Wow.
And like
I don't know, Reign of Fire was pretty good.
No, it's better than those, bro. Because the Reign of Fire dragons are good, but you're not in their face the way you are with Smaug. And Smaug holds up. And then like the Game of Thrones dragons, again, they look good, but like Smaug is like next level, bro. It's freaking great, dude. It's literally like a talking, fully sentient dragon. And I'm here for it, dude. It's like, because the dragons do look basically perfect in Game of Thrones, but they're dragons. They're just your dragons.
They don't talk.
They're just
They're dumb dragons.
He's perfect, bro. Like I love him. My favorite dragon.
But let's just go into CG. There is a lot of times in this movie I was like,
dude, but
ooh.
the dragon, dude,
Oh.
takes it so high. You're right. There's a lot of crap, but the dragon it's so good.
Dude, there was a fight scene, and it was like close up with Legolas and the orc, and it was like, whoa, what is this? You know, the Matrix? Like, it looked.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Let's be honest, the Matrix. If you go back to it, it looks like a 360 game. You know, you're like, what? No,
I don't know about a
For the
360
time,
game.
it was groundbreaking.
Oh yeah, for the time, yeah.
Well, let's not.
This is
let's
like
not-
2 decades after. You know, not 2 decades. I'm just kidding.
You're right, dude. There's so much, but like, Smaug is just mesmerizing, bro.
True.
It's like, in my opinion, all of the bad is completely equaled out by how good he looks. I don't know if he like makes it much better, but it's equaled out at least, you know?
Okay.
It's like, oh, you made a own goal in our soccer game, but then scored 2 more to let us win. All right, that's okay.
Something you have to think about too is all that gold, all that CGI gold.
Dude. Huh?
That all looks freaking real to me. So I'm like, just the gold alone, I
Yeah,
don't even
dude.
want to know.
And even
we're,
like
we're,
the sequence.
we're in a pit of gold right now.
I know, right? Oh, nice, cool, nice. even the sequence that was completely
I'm
pointless,
Scrooge McDuck.
which is covering him in liquid gold, like it looks fabulous, bro.
Mhm.
Like him doing his little twirly and then the gold glitter.
Yeah. I wish
It's
he
like
would have
it
just
looks-
stayed gold.
It looks like gold glitter, but that's probably like freaking like 4-pound droplets of gold.
Yep.
No, dude. I mean, he just looks so good. He just looks so good. The spiders also look great.
Yeah.
The forest has its ups and downs. Sometimes it looks really good. Sometimes it looks a little jank. But the spiders look great.
Speaking of which, there's like that one scene where he gets wrapped up, right? And they're dragging him, and then he wakes up, and he's just with the sword. I'm like,
Yeah, it didn't make a lot
how?
of sense.
Like,
Yeah.
there's none of that. Like, did he like and then they
That
grabbed
web,
him?
that web is clearly like weak web, because like they get around
but
it
why?
and
He's
manipulate
like
it
this. You
so
really think he
easily.
can-
Yeah, dude, but like he it's clearly like he just rips it off people, and like the guys in it are like moving so freely. Like I could absolutely see him just doing like. I mean, it's valid, but like that's some weak web. All right, those spiders
web.
are not eating their Wheaties. All right, we need to get that.
They're no Shelob.
Yeah, exactly.
They're no Shelob.
Yep. Oh man, I had a marvelous fact
I also
or a
feel bad
magical
for
fact.
spiders. Like spiders are just evil in this universe.
Mhm.
Like they're just evil, just straight facts, evil.
Well, I feel like orcs are evil. Trolls seem pretty evil.
They make statements in the books where it's like, yes, they were made from evil, but they are not like they're not just 100% evil. Like it's a choice.
Oh, pro-choice.
Dude, and a lot of the trolls I feel like are like cow IQ, so it's like they don't have to be evil. They could be used for good.
Where are we putting this in CGI?
That's number 1 right now.
Number 1.
I would say so too.
Okay, sweet. All right. The next one.
I don't know. Rivendell was pretty cool though in the first one.
But it's no Smaug. It's no Smaug.
All right, okay.
What is there a song you want to rank in this, Eric? Like, there's the
We
end
didn't
song.
Rank
That's-
the other one. It's definitely Ed Sheeran's is number 1.
Well, yeah, but that's the end song, right?
Oh. Yeah, I thought that's what you were talking about.
No, because like you said separately, like the songs in it.
Oh, yeah, there was no songs in
Yeah.
this one.
And they don't sing anything, do they?
No, unfortunately.
Yep. All right. Well, that brings us to another magical fact.
Marvelous magical fact.
There you go. Gandalf finding the ancient tombs at the High Fells of Ruadur. Is that pronounced right?
Sounds good.
Yeah. In which the Nazgul used to be imprisoned is an invention of the movie. Nowhere in the Hobbit or Lord of the Rings novels, nor in any other official piece of Middle-earth lore is it stated that Nazgul were ever killed and buried. They fled and went into hiding instead.
I think it's really cool.
I agree, and that's such a
They're
small.
Cool.
Yeah, it's such a small little detail that I have no problem with that.
But then again, he kind of goes to a place, looks at something, and then leaves, you know? And it's like, it's such a cool design, and I like it, but it's like, it came and went real quick.
Yeah, but it just adds. It just adds.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks super creepy and scary. And like, dang, dude, like look at that. Like they got out. Like, damn.
Hey, damn, bro.
I think that's exactly what was going through his mind. Like,
Oh man, like, damn.
Dude, they ate their Wheaties. Okay,
Oh,
they
yeah.
know what's up.
Uh,
The spiders could learn a thing or two.
all right. Do you guys want to rank the elves? Nate, yes, we already know who's number one. Yeah, but do you
Rank
want to
the
rank them?
elves.
Yeah,
Did we
so it'd
rank
be
the
like
elves
the
in
main.
in the first one.
There were no elves.
I guess we could rank them. I mean, Legolas is gonna win.
Yeah,
Legolas is gonna
Yeah.
win.
But,
All right, but
like,
do we do
let's
the
do
daddy
the main
or
ones.
Tauriel first, or behind Legolas? I put Tauriel, but behind, above
The king?
Thranduil, but below Legolas.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's-
Legolas, Thranduil, and then
No,
no.
No, Legolas, Tauriel, then Thranduil.
Okay, all right. I'm
Thranduil,
okay
he
with that.
doesn't do much. He's just
Oh.
like a jerk, and then that's it.
Yeah, but I kind of like him a little bit. Like
He
he
is
has,
cool.
he's
He has
got
a cool
character, and he's
He
got
doesn't
a
have. But
great
he's
design.
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
He's an elf, but he's stupid.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Like that is. It's like it's different to be a human and be stupid. To be even be a dwarf and be stupid. Even a hobbit and be stupid. It's like, yeah, they're stupid. He's an elf, bro. This guy is old. Okay.
Why do you think he's so stupid?
Because he's not helping people out, bro. He's just being a
You see
jerk.
What happened last time he went against
Look at
dragons?
Elrond. Elrond is a man, all right? That guy is dope.
No, he's
In
actually an
fact-
elf.
Well, I know, but you know what I mean. He's a man of an elf. So I forgot about him. He's second place. Freaking. No.
Oh yeah,
he's-
we did have Elrond. In
Yeah, I
there.
forgot, dude.
Oh, we
It
did.
goes Legolas, it goes Elrond, it goes
Elrond,
Galadriel,
yeah.
and then it goes freaking Tauriel, and then it goes Thranduil. Because we also had Galadriel in the last movie too.
Yeah.
That's right, we did. Ah,
Stupid.
losing my mind.
So stupid.
Yeah. So, and honestly,
It's
with
like
Sin, I'm
Thranduil.
sad to say it, the list it's not going to be touched again. That's it. There's no other elves. Oh no, there's one more. There's
a
one more.
couple elves.
No, dude. There's
Should
one
we
more.
rank should we rank the elf, the dude from Flight of the Conchords that is talking to
No.
Gandalf?
No,
Like, yes, Elrond's not here right now.
no, but we will rank
Brit.
Aragorn's squeeze at some point.
There's another one.
That's the only one, though. That's the only one.
Aragorn's squeeze, you know? It's just
Arwen.
God,
When we get to
that's
her, we'll
disturbing.
rank her.
A
No, the-
magical
the
fact
current-
about Thranduil.
A
He sucks.
magical fact about
You got a
Thranduil.
stupid crown.
The sudden scars on Thranduil's face are a creation of the movie's adaptation. However, his scars may reflect a little emphasized facet of J.R.R. Tolkien's lore. Elves, fae, metaphysical concept, analogs translatable as soul, occasionally influence the Hroa, H-R-O with the two accents A, Hroa, the fleshly physical body.
Vis-a-vis.
It literally sounds like you're just throwing words together and just saying them. Like, read that sentence again. Elves, meta, blah, 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 blah. Say it again.
Elves, fae, a metaphysical concept, analogs translatable as soul. Stop. You get me off track. Okay, so let's make it easy, all right? Elves
soul.
have a soul, and that can influence their physical body, particularly
go.
under moments of extreme stress.
That's
This
how
can
that should have
manifest.
been written.
This can manifest as extreme physical changes that reflect the mind state. In this case, deep war scars. This is in accordance to J.R.R. Tolkien's texts and books. The last battle where Thranduil fought was the last alliance at the end of the Second Age, about 3,000 years earlier, where Sauron was defeated.
Yeah, you know who else was there? Elrond, and that guy's still cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why this guy's being a jerk.
But I'm like, that was such a cool scene, and it looked good, but it's like, they never, like, I really wish they would have, like, explained it a little more. He's just like, yes, like, I know what it's like, and then that's it.
I
like,
know what it's like
to be the bad guy.
I wonder if Thranduil is going to be in the show.
He definitely could be.
He's
To be
around.
the bad elf.
Exactly. That's
Be the
exactly.
sad elf.
No one knows what it's like.
Listen, there's nothing in these movies that I want to go into deeper or spend more time on. The movies are long enough.
That's true.
We have enough.
Then they should have just eliminated. But I don't know.
No, you need him there. He's in the books. You need him there to capture them.
Yeah, just eliminate that scene where he does that, you know?
Well, if you just watch the movies, it's like, oh, he got burned by Smaug. All right, and then that's that. That's all you need.
Sure.
And it's like, you don't
But
need to
when
like
would that
go
have happened?
see him get burned by Smaug.
I
You
guess
don't need to see
I
it.
guess so.
And like, technically, he didn't get burned by Smaug, but he did fight in a war where there was freaking
dragons.
Balrogs and crap. So there you go. But basically, all it's telling you is that this guy's a jerk because he can't get over his problems like Elrond could, because Elrond's cool.
I wish I could like debate you about that, Nate, but I can't because
About Elrond being cool?
Elrond is super dope.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know how freaking dude, if anything, because he's kind of a tiny little bit of a jerk in The Lord of the Rings, because he's like, you're not going to be with my daughter, which makes sense because he's a dad. But in these movies, he's like a bro, dude. Like, he freaking shows up on his horse after killing a bunch of freaking orcs. He's like, welcome, homies. What can I do for you?
Yeah.
It's freaking awesome.
That's the line. That's exactly what he said. It is time to guess the Rotten Tomato score.
It's the prices. The Rotten Tomato score is right. What was the last one?
It was like
it was low.
65 or something like that.
Oh, it was
like
dirt. All
I thought
right.
it was 66.
66.
71.
I'm gonna go with.
Why did they hate it so much?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go
It's got to be
60.
because it was. Gotta be because
68?
it was too long.
Yeah.
God, you guys.
And
put
this
me
thing
in
might get like a 62 because it's even longer and it's
I'm
even less
gonna go
happens.
right in the middle. No, just kidding. I say 69.
Do it.
One up, Eric. But then it's like two more numbers, and then we're at yours. It's like,
Yeah, so
all right, fine, let's do it. 69.
I hate you all.
I hope you're right. It'd be great. Best rating.
Nate got it. 74.
Wow. Okay. They liked it a little bit
Oh,
better.
we'll get to it, but I don't know. I don't know if it's better. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, you know, since we were talking about Smaug, no, let's just here's magical facts for you.
Magical facts for you.
It took one processor weeks,
This is
a
so
week
vague, though.
to render a
Like, what-
scale from Smaug's body.
What's
other
one
word-
processor?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
are we talking?
What does that
we
look
talking
like? Yeah.
Threadripper?
Yeah.
We talking like first generation i3? Like,
Yep.
what does one processor mean? And also, they weren't using processors; they were using graphics cards. So be real with me, okay? This is.
Is this DDR4, DDR5? How many gigs
It's
we
definitely
talking? Like,
it's definitely DDR4. Do actually no? It's got to be DDR4.
nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares about this.
I'm
'Cause they
already
gotta be.
talking out.
They got to be using cutting edge stuff.
Yeah. In other words, if a single computer processor were used, each scale would have taken a week to render. Fortunately, Weta Digital used a large server farm of multi-processor machines for its efficient rendering.
Is this the one you wanted to cut out?
That was one of them. Yes.
You should have probably cut that one out. It's really stupid. I'm sorry.
Also, these are good. These are good. These are good. These are good. These are good.
I'll be the judge of that.
The only time Legolas blinks is when he realizes he had been wounded and when Thranduil beheads the orc he is interrogating. This is in keeping with the character, as the only time Legolas blinks in the Lord of the Rings trilogy is when he is strongly surprised.
Yeah, dude, he's legit. He's unblinking.
Dope.
Not only does he not age, but the moisture on his eyeballs doesn't age.
Exactly. You don't need a blink. You don't need eye drops.
He does it to make you comfortable.
Has it been 72 hours already?
He does one at a time. He does one wink any 24 hours.
Bloomage.
Orlando Bloom is 2 years older than Lee Pace, who plays his father, King
Hilarious.
Thranduil.
It kind of shows. It kind of shows a little bit. Just a little bit.
And finally, Orlando Bloom performed all his own stunts.
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom. We have to that's his name from here on out. Orlando Bloom. Love it.
That's great, dude. He's awesome.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, I have no
that
problem
dude's
with
my
him
hero.
being. I have no problem with him being it because I remember reading the book and being like, "Oh my god, that was Legolas in that one tiny ass statement." So it's great that he's in this movie.
Mm-hmm. And dude, the choreography, dude, that one where he goes up and it goes right through him, like, oh, love it.
He's like shooting guys in the face with his arrows.
He's getting like doubles. He's getting like doubles too. It's great.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And he's doing his old surf style on the guys when they're dead.
And on the dwarves when they're in barrels.
Oh, that was so funny.
Speaking of Orlando Bloom,
Barrels.
Orlando Bloom.
Best performance.
It's either Smaug.
Ooh. I think I'm gonna have to give it to Smaug.
Bilbo kills it, bro.
Bilbo's good in this.
Like
He
he's
is good.
great when he's talking to Bill, when he's talking to Smaug. He's great when he's like dealing with the dwarves.
You're right. I think this is probably Martin Freeman's best performance as Bilbo is in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's better than Thorin and any of the other dwarves. He's better than what's his name? Not Bran. What's the human?
Bard.
Bod.
Is it Bard?
Bard
It's Bard.
Girion.
He's
Bod.
better than that guy.
Bod.
You sure?
I have
It's
Luke
Bard.
Evans, Bard, right here.
Definitely.
Okay,
Definitely
okay.
Bard. I like his coat.
Yeah.
Anybody
It's
else like his
Smaug.
coat?
He's all right.
Fine,
He
it's
looks
fine.
good. He
I like
looks
his
like
coat. It was very cool.
he looks like off-brand Aragorn. Yeah, he's all right.
Brand. Yeah, I don't know. This is hard.
I mean, it's got to be Smaug. Nobody's better than him.
Yep.
And Smaug, because the other performance we have is Gandalf, right? From the last movie.
yeah.
No.
Oh,
Last
we have
movie was
Smeagol.
Smeagol, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Gollum.
better than Smeagol for sure.
Okay.
I think it's hilarious that our two top
Yep, our-
performances are CG characters.
Mhm. Yep. That's really cool.
Some good animators.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, now, Eric, end song. And
Okay.
obviously, Ed Sheeran, we got to give it to him. This is number one, and it's probably going to stay at number one.
Probably.
This is
well, there's some,
Yeah.
there's one by Enya later that's really good.
Or there's one by Pippin, isn't there?
Well, no,
Like that actor?
those aren't end songs.
No. But isn't there one sung by Pippin during the credits?
I don't know.
I think there
Maybe.
is, and I think that might be my favorite one. You guys are suckers for Ed Sheeran. I mean, it's good, but
Dude, it's good, man.
we'll see.
If this is to end in fire, we
This
should all
this went through when you talk about Lord of the Rings, you're either talking to a geek or a nerd, most of the time. But that
With
song,
spitting facts.
that song,
It
transcended the
man.
nerdness.
It
Okay,
transcends. It brings
And-
everybody together.
dude, I heard that song everywhere. when this movie was coming out.
Because he was with his brother, and his brother would play it all the time.
Yes, that's true. True.
I didn't like it at first.
I've
I
always been okay. Always been fine with it. I don't dislike it, but it has never blown me away. I can understand why people like it so much, but it's never blown me away.
People. Cool. So this is going number 1, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Like 4.
Character design.
Oh man.
Smaug.
Smaug, like, honestly, is pretty simple. You know, he looks like a dragon.
Yeah,
A good dragon, but he's
ripped.
Bard.
Nah, it's gotta be Smaug, bro. Cause
Bard's
like
boat.
the elves look good, but they ain't no Smaug.
Dude, I really like Thranduil's like look.
That guy is such an uppity little baby.
And who cares? He looks great.
Character. Yeah,
And I hate his stupid crown. It's like,
Why?
bro,
It looks
you are
awesome.
a freaking elf, man. Like, give me a real crown and not some branches you picked out of your shoes the other day.
Oh, shoe branches! Exactly what I've been looking for.
Telling you, man. She ain't no Elrond.
That's not the point. Point is he looks dope. That's the point.
No, man. It's Smaug. I remember Smaug. I don't remember Thranduil, other than his stupid crown.
That's what you remember. You know, it's important. You know, I'm just saying. Okay. All right. We doing Smaug then?
Yeah.
Okay.
He looks amazing.
He's gold for that one part.
Oh, are we going to rank gold and
Gold
Smaug?
Smaug against
That's part of the
normal Smaug?
design. If it was gold Smaug, I'd be like, yeah, sweet. Magical facts.
Magical facts.
A few things in the original Hobbit novel aren't as important as in the film, but are referenced. When trying to tiptoe away from Smaug while the dragon is still asleep, Bilbo is holding a golden cup. In the book, he stole this cup during his initial trip into Erebor. Smaug notices the missing cup and exits the mountain in search of the thief, but cannot find him and returns inside. Golden coins later fall from Smaug's belly as he crosses over the company. In the books, it is explained that Smaug is aware of his vulnerable underbelly, which contains a weak spot near his heart. He purposefully allows coins and hard gemstones to be embedded between his scales to make his belly impenetrable. Pretty good one.
Facts.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Does freaking Thranduil have gems stuck into his belly? I don't think so.
I would be surprised.
I don't know. We didn't get a good
Yeah.
look at his belly.
we
My
gotta
point
inspect
exactly.
it a little better. After the barrel riding sequence, as the orcs continue to search for the dwarves, one of them dips his finger into the pool of blood on the ground and tastes it, spitting in disgust, and says, "Dwarf blood." This mimics a scene from Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, where Gimli dips his finger into a similar fashion into some blood left on some leaves and tastes it, only to spit out in disgust and says, "Orc blood."
Oh, yeah, so Gloin shows a picture
I
of
forgot
Gimli.
about that. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, I guess it's just an old picture. You know, he has like a picture of him as a kid, because I'm pretty sure Gimli wouldn't look like that at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Does his wife have a beard in that? She does, right? He shows his wife as well. I think she does.
No, I
have
don't
a-
think.
Dude, I think I'm looking it up right now.
Okay,
I
you
think
do.
she's got a little bit of a beard.
I think she's got a beard. She does.
Gloin's wife.
God.
Oh yeah, bro.
Does she?
All right, I don't know. Maybe it's not, but it's literally sideburns
Oh,
that
like
go down
sideburns.
to here, bro.
Okay,
They go down to
it's just
here.
big sideburns. Yeah.
She's got some, and I think she's got, and I think they go up too.
That's a full on beard then.
She's
Oh.
rocking it, dude. She's rocking
Those
it.
are nose hairs, Nate. God.
I think it's hilarious. It's my wee lad.
It's me, wee lad. What is this, your brother?
Freaking Gimli. No, he calls him like a goblin, like chimera thing. Gimli's looking regal, bro. Gimli's looking regal AF.
Best death. What do we want to go with this? Like,
Who dies?
yeah, exactly. Up.
Some orcs die.
Am I
No,
frozen or
Winston,
is he frozen?
fix yourself.
Oh, okay, good. A lot of the elves, I mean, a lot of the orcs that Legolas kills, he kills them in pretty awesome ways. So
Yeah, but it's like that's true. That's true.
Do they have a
But, like,
name?
yeah, like nobody like named dies in this. I feel like
what about the one orc that like goes up in the air and he's like,
that guy.
There's also
Best
there's bards like Grandpappy. That guy dies.
Do they show
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
guess
you don't
they do.
remember?
They do show that. Yeah.
I just don't think this one ranks. We
Okay.
got no deaths.
I'm totally okay with that.
Some
Okay.
spiders die.
yeah, but what are the name of the spiders?
Sheloblets.
Sheloblets.
Love it. I love it. Oh, and here's one I've been waiting for. Oh, most annoying. Oh my
Yeah,
god, the Lake
the
Town
unibrow
dude.
guy.
Yes.
Unibrow.
I want to rip his face off. I want to do some very metalcore stuff to him.
See, like for me, it's like that guy's annoying, but he's supposed to be annoying. So it's like, yeah, whatever, who cares? But like the Elf King is annoying.
What?
No, there's no way we're gonna let you
No.
have
we're
that.
not. We're not. But that's just how I feel.
It's Uni guy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Uni.
it's fine.
That's
Then
gonna be his
even if
name.
it's written that way, then that's how he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be annoying, so we're annoyed with it.
Like even the king is annoying too, but like nowhere near as annoying as Unibrow.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be like a off-brand Grima Wormtongue. You know, just like a cheap
Well.
version.
Yep. Magical fact for you.
Magical fact for you.
Bilbo steals the keys to the prison from an elf addressed as Elros. Elros is also the name of Elrond's brother. The two brothers had human
Twin
and
brother.
elvish ancestry on their mother's and father's side, and as such were perfectly half elf and half man. While Elrond chose to be an immortal elf, Elros chose to become a mortal man. He thus became the progenitor of the Númenórean race and an ancestor of Aragorn. So I don't think that
Elrond
is
like,
Elros, but
It's not
Yeah.
because Elros is dead already. But because he was a man and he dies. But,
man.
Elros is pronounced the same as Elrond, Elros. Yeah, it's cool. I noticed that, and that's definitely a little
Easter egg. The
yeah,
least
Easter egg, because like that dude's definitely not Elros because Elros is dead, but it's still cool.
Oh man, action sequence. We have to go with some of them with Legolas because they're so good. Like, do you guys prefer Lake Town or like River Fight?
Nah, definitely the river fight's way over.
River
Lake Town.
fight, yeah, where he's
Really?
bouncing off dwarf heads.
But like, you guys aren't impressed by like the dragon running around, breathing fire, doing stuff?
Not really.
Nah.
It's
Alright.
pretty much just him breathing fire at.
Yep. And I can
I'm fine
already
with
tell freaking man, I can't think of his name right now. Thorin, his stupid little ignorant head is already coming up and it's like, dude, shut up. You're so annoying. Like, stop it. He's like, oh, I'm not gonna, let this go to waste just because of one Bugula. And it's like,
Bugula!
Bugula. Exactly.
Bugula!
And then it's like, yeah, like right when he's like, oh yeah, give him the Arkham Stone, you'll see it drive him mad and everything. And I'm like, yep. No, we'll get there in the next movie, but like, man, Thorin, Nate, Thranduil, that's Thorin to me. Just like,
Yeah,
you
but
are
here's the
annoying.
thing. He's a dwarf, bro, that has seen his kingdom and his family murdered. Of course he's moody. He's basically Sasuke in freaking dwarf body. Okay?
Don't do that.
Thranduil, on the other hand, is like a godly elf, and he's like a little punk baby. It's like, get over yourself, bro. Like, please. Because think about it. The other two great elvish rulers we meet are Elrond and Galadriel. And both of them hook up anybody that shows up to their town.
Oh, they don't hook up. They hook up anybody. Okay,
yeah. I was gonna say, whoa.
Like they freaking, it's like, hey man, you need cool pins so that everybody knows you're together. You need food. You need lembas bread that's gonna last you the whole movie. Do you need freaking just awesome weapons? Hey bro, do you need 3 hairs? Do you need a freaking shiny glass? Like I got you. Freaking this guy, you're going to jail. That's this guy.
Yeah.
He sucks. Dude.
Yeah. True.
He's the worstest.
He's the worstest. So we are doing the river fight scene, correct? Okay. Sweet. And that is going above. What did we rank that? What did we rank in the unexpected journey?
Wasn't the trolls?
Oh,
I think
it was the
Was
goblin.
it the final one?
It was the goblin.
Wait, was it the goblins or was it the trees?
Trees.
Or was it the one where the granddaddy gets decaffeinated?
Oh, did we? Yeah,
It
I think
was.
we went with the. Yeah.
Yep.
Was that one.
That one was pretty epic.
That one was.
It's better than that.
Yeah, because the other one's just so
Rick.
short. Yeah. Okay. So river fight is going above that. Sweet.
River fight.
Magical facts.
Magical facts.
When Bilbo first confronts Smaug, he explains he is in he explains who he is in various nicknames. He says that he comes from Underhill, which Smaug replies, Underhill? This is the name by which Frodo Baggins covered his true identity in The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, as per Gandalf's request.
Barrel rider.
Yes, that was good. And unlike the first movie in the franchise, where Bomber had one line of dialogue, Bomber doesn't speak at all in this movie.
Yeah, but he's got that
he's
super metal anime scene.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Where he's a
what?
barrel with
Because he's fat.
swords.
They felt bad because they made him so fat. They made him the coolest dwarf.
Yeah, right.
Like-
And then that one scene where they're like running, and he's like, oh, and he's running past him.
I
It's like,
somehow
dang,
faster.
Bomber should be
Again,
on
that's
track.
another scene. Like
That
Bjorn.
reminds
ahead.
me. The bear dude. I like the bear dude.
Yeah, but he's so pointless for the story, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's still cool.
He's in the books, and he's basically the same character. But just like cut him out and just have them just show up at Mirkwood. Because he doesn't do much.
I like the bear. He's cool.
It is cool, but it's like we're looking at 3 hours here, people.
Yeah, right.
It's time to clean up the slop.
Yep.
Kill your babies.
What?
No.
You say the most horrible things sometimes.
It's a saying in writing where it's like, don't let your babies take over the whole
Oh.
Thank you
thing. Like,
for clearing that up.
Yes.
because
There you
I'm
go.
hearing it and like, kill your baby.
Randomly.
I'm like, okay, Anakin. Jeez.
When Killy is being saved by Tauriel from the Morgul-tipped arrow, Killy sees Tauriel surrounded by light. In Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring, the first time that Frodo, similarly hurt by a Morgul blade, sees Arwen, she also appears surrounded by light. Yep. That is one I noticed.
cool, I
as well.
guess.
Yeah. Little nod. Little nod for you. You know what? Let's just knock the last two out and let's get to ranking this movie, all right? When Bilbo puts on the ring in the Black Forest of Mirkwood, he can understand the language of the giant spiders. In The Lord of the Rings, The
Really
Fellowship
cool
of the Ring, Frodo could hear the Nazgul when both met on Weathertop, that's super dope. Yeah. And little add-on to that, when Bilbo is examining the ring, black speech is heard as the scene segues to Dol Guldur. It is the end of spell that, or at the end of the spell that Sauron inscribes on it when the ring was forged. One ring to rule them all, and in the darkness bind them. That's what you can hear. So, pretty cool little touches there.
All touches.
Now,
Touches, as we would say.
Eric, it's your time to shine.
It is.
Just like Arwen, you know, it's your time
Like
to
a
shine.
bright diamond, like Tauriel,
Tariel.
like golden Smaug,
Right? Like a diamond.
like the Arkenstone.
Right, like a
yeah,
diamond.
yeah.
Shine bright
Where
like the Arkenstone.
do you rank the Desolation of Smaug? Above
See, this
or
is-
below An Unexpected Journey?
It's tough now because after watching it, I can't really. The only things that stand apart are like the music wise, like the singing parts. Like I enjoy the little, the dwarven like stupidity, but it's fun to watch. And then,
Yeah, dude. Because Lord of the Rings isn't just action and epicness; it's like homely comfortableness as well.
Holy comforts.
And yeah, you get that in the first one.
And then the dwarves all singing. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna change it up here. I think I might say Desolation is above the Unexpected Journey.
Okay.
But it's so close.
Cool. Nate, it is your time to shine like the Arkenstone. Where do you
So
rank?
For me, it's a couple things. One, like the only thing that really gets me going in this whole movie is Smaug. Everything else is fine, but I don't really care that much. And then on top of that, in the first movie, it's just like it's also long, but there's just like so much going on, dude. It's like, okay, we're in the Shire. Now we're running away from the orcs. Now we're in freaking Rivendell. Now we're going to the mountain. Now we're in the mountain. Oh, there's Galdin. Oh, there's the Goblin King. Oh, now we're fighting the orcs again. Like, oh, there's some giants. Like, even though some of it is like dumb and cool, there's just so much happening. So the fact that it's so long isn't quite as painful. You know, in that film, it's less that like, oh, this scene should have been cut out, and more this scene should have been shorter. This scene should have been shorter. In this one, it's like so much crap that I like don't care about and should have been cut out. So yeah, I mean, when you ask me which one would I rather watch, like the other one is less of a slog than this one is. So I would rather watch the first one. So
Okay.
An Unexpected Journey.
Okay.
We also get more Gandalf, which I'm a fan of.
Yeah. And for me, this is obvious where this is going to rank now, but for me, I put Desolation of Smaug above An Unexpected Journey.
Why?
So the first half of Unexpected Journey, I talked about it. It was like, it felt so slow to me. I was like, I do not care about this. I don't like the dwarves. I don't care about what's happening. Like the only time I liked it is when Frodo was on screen. I was like, okay, that's it, you know? And then it was, you know, the latter half of that movie where I was like, all right, this is fine. But for me, if I even compare the latter halves of both of these movies, I would take the Desolation of Smaug above it. Because it's so cool, you know? Like the Smaug, and then we get the fight scenes with Legolas, and like elves, man. Elves. We're an elvish house here, all right? No dwarves, just elves. I'm racist like that.
Wow.
Sorry, Danny.
It's a household of.
Sorry, Danny.
It's the age of men in my house.
Age of men. Oh, wow. Only
Man.
men. No women or children.
Of man. You know what I mean.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I prefer this. Like, obviously, at some point, I watched this movie 3 times compared to the 2 that An Unexpected Journey. But yeah, Eric, you're right. It's just barely above it. There's not a lot more, but like there's also the scenes that we get with Gandalf at Dol Guldur. Like those scenes are awesome. So yeah, it outweighs it just a little bit. So, and that also tells you where it's going to rank. Obviously, we are putting this above An Unexpected Journey as a group because Nate got outvoted. But Nate has his own list now where this goes under it. So,
Oh, what are we doing
The
for
correct list.
huh?
What are
the
we doing?
correct
What are you
list.
going to do for pictures?
Oh yeah. Whatever you guys want. Let me know. Let me know. If you don't tell me, I'm just gonna put something.
What should I do?
You're gonna do Smaug. We already know.
I'm not doing Smaug. I like him, but he's not my favorite.
From the Hobbit movies?
But yeah,
But it
dude,
doesn't
this list
matter,
is for
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, Aragorn is just the cheap, it's the cheap answer because he's so freaking dope. I could go with somebody in the extended, but I think I'm gonna do Boromir. I like him a lot. I'm gonna do
Boromir's sweet. So I approve.
There you
Cool.
go, Winston. Find a picture of Boromir like this being stabbed with arrows.
I will do my best. The text
Oh,
might not
see-
look so great on that, but sure.
Do that
Man,
one or do the meme. One does not simply. Do one of those two.
Me and
Text doesn't
Woody
look
are-
good on that image either.
I feel like me and
What are you
Woody-
talking about? There's a million memes with text on him.
Sure, but how big is the text? I have to fit 6 movies on here, bro.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
There you go. There you go.
No, me and Winnie are gonna probably fight over Legolas.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because Legolas is like my favorite.
One of us is gonna end up legless.
Here, if nobody takes Aragorn, I will take Aragorn.
You're the
mean-
first list, dude. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't want Aragorn.
Now, which Aragorn do I? There's freaking dope pipe smoking Aragorn in the shadows.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Nah, dude, you know what it is? It's Aragorn. It's such a great scene. I feel bad even talking about it. But at the final battle in front of the gates of Mordor, and then it's him, and then he turns back. Either this one where he turns back and is like for Frodo.
Frodo.
You could do either that one, or you can do the one right after where then he turns back and starts running. Those are your two options. Which other one looks better? Because that's also peak costume design in my opinion as well.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best. We'll see. All right. Thank you.
For your
everybody.
sake, hey, for your sake, Winnie, you can have Legolas. I'll take Gimli so we can.
Oh,
Or you could do
yeah.
Sam. You could do Sam. Sam's
Sam
pretty
would be
sick,
pretty-
dude.
Yeah.
But it makes more sense since there's 3 of us. They usually.
I was gonna be Boromir.
Ah, that's cool.
But
That's
now
really
it makes
cool.
Sense. It makes cool. But
Yep.
It's cool though.
It makes cool. It makes cool.
It makes it the
Makes
cool
cool.
that you put the cool into the pasta, and then you eat the pasta with your cool.
And don't get the pasta on the beer.
See,
because-
now everyone has had a turn being racist on this podcast. Thank you,
Hey,
everybody.
I'm a percentage Italian. I'm
my
allowed.
wife is Italian.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're not Eric, so
What?
that doesn't help.
Bada, bada.
I'm 25% Italian, so it's okay.
Well,
I've been to Italy, so it's okay.
Eric, what is the next movie we are watching?
Unfortunately,
No, I was kidding.
the next movie we will be revisiting will be The Hobbit, The Battle of the 5 Armies. How shall this day end?
It's of the 2 armies. Okay.
That'd be crazy, bro. We're going through this so fast, dude. It's like after MCU, which was like 800 films, 6 movies feels like nothing.
Yeah, it's like, wow. Yeah, we're almost done. We're halfway there, guys.
I know, right? We're halfway through. We're almost done.
Nate, do you think?
If you know anybody who's ever just been walking through the woods or the fields,
Got bit by a spider.
got like a twig or a branch stuck in their boot.
And
And
make
then-
it into a crown.
No, because that's never happened. And then took it out. You know, there's a guy that apparently did that at some point in these films. So it's to tell him about our show. You know, if we talk about we talk about all things
All
Lord of
things-
the Rings. Oh yeah, by the way, are we doing podcasts for we got to, right? For the Rings of Power?
I don't know about every episode, but
I don't know, man. It's the time, right? I mean, do you have time to record another podcast and then Winston? Like not edit or anything, but just record it.
possibly.
Because you're the one that has the the least amount of time at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I start my job tomorrow, so
Yeah, but I mean, it's not too much time.
we'll see.
Because like, I mean, the way I've always seen it is like, Star Wars. Anyway, Lord of the Rings is just it's one of those
It's a big
things
one.
that I'm like super into. There's like a bunch of things, like Halo, Star Wars, Batman, Lord of the Rings, Halo, Naruto. I think I said Halo twice.
You did say Halo twice. I thought that was all.
Did I mention Halo? Yeah, and Halo, and also Halo.
So it's like, I mean, if there's anything that we're gonna spend the extra love on, I think I think we should try. We should try at least one, and then does anybody have time on Sunday maybe to record it?
Possibly.
I have
Maybe.
to see if I can watch it.
It's on Amazon Prime. Do you not have that?
I don't know. We might. And it
Okay,
comes out tomorrow?
Yeah, I can
Tonight.
share.
It's already out technically.
Can share my my stuffs with you if you need it. I don't know.
Well,
if we
stick
watch
around
it
for
and
that,
it's
you
and
know?
it's terrible, then we're not doing it.
Yeah,
But,
no,
like,
the
if we watch
reviews
this
haven't
first
been terrible.
episode,
I like how
yeah.
this could be a conversation for after.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, but it's got to be part of the hour and 20-minute podcast.
So Winston has to cut it out.
Well,
Anyway, recommend our podcast to anybody who likes
Breathing.
Lord of the Rings or MCU or Star Wars or Batman or Naruto, because at some point we're gonna take care of you. Indiana
point.
Jones, that'll be a fun time.
That would be dope.
We're probably
I'd be
gonna do
dope.
that one from last to first, so that we can end strong.
What?
You want to
I-
end with Crystal
No,
Skull?
I definitely don't want to end with Crystal Skull. But like, dude, Last Crusade is where it's at. That's
Okay,
peak.
but still, no, I know, but the
Okay.
first one's also really good.
Oh, yeah, the
as
first one-
opposed to Crystal Skull.
yeah, yeah. Well, the new one,
Um,
dude. The new one's gonna be really good.
No, I don't even know anything about that one.
Time
Anyway,
travel.
yeah, let them know.
Mhm.
Hit that subscribe button. You're in the right place.
Leave a comment. Just say hi. No context.
Yeah,
just say
just-
hi.
Tell us what to do. We'll probably do it, like legit.
Kill yourself.
Oh.
I mean, right? I'll just delete that comment. I'll
Yep.
be like it never
Yep.
happened.
Well, thank you everybody for watching. You're awesome. Leave a like. But until next
Bye
time.
bye. Perfect timing. Perfect timing.